Some songs you write, others are given to you. Learn to tell the difference. Welcome to Behind the Song, the conversation that gives you one story about one moment in one song. Not a life story, not an album thesis, just one moment that changed how this song exists. Today, we talk with D. Will about his song Jonah and how a 4-year season unconsciously became the story for the song. First, D. Will, thanks, man, for joining us here on Behind the Song. What's the one moment that this song came from?
Well, it wasn't particularly one moment. It was just like you said. It was a season of 4 years of a backslide. When I was just really just running, just like this song. The song is entitled Jonah, because I was basically running from what I was called to do. Well, part of what I was called to do.
D. Will let the Spirit speak to him and speak through the music. The spiritual download birthed a powerful testimony and a powerful message. It's obvious when you listen to Jonah, you are being raw and real. I mean, here's a lyric that I would really love to unpack.
Smoke, that's when the smoke clears. I heard it's playing with my own ears. It's been 4 years and I've been everything but focused. And now my hope is that I can show you where my hope is, and that is bigger than me. But you should know this.
What comes from a lyric like that when it comes from the heart? What is it that you're really what you really want people to really get from this song, Jonah?
Well, going back to that 4-year period, all before that, I thought, and it was never you're a son. And from sonship, everything else flows. Mm-hmm. It was everything else is flowing, and that equates my sonship.
Wow.
So then you have an individual who gets burnt out from doing righteous works and being righteous instead of being his righteousness, without placing the ownership back on him. Because when the ownership is placed on him, everything else flows. And when I say that's when the smoke clears, everything was smoky because everything was smoky because of where my view and my lenses was. My view and my lenses was, me doing this and me doing that equates my sonship.
Man, you better come on with that. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff. I tell you, man, what I think becomes so important, especially in a song, tying this into a song like this, is where it actually really comes from. And when I know that when I think about this song, we have talked about it being connected to Jeremiah 3:14. The King James Version of the scripture says, "Turn on backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and will bring you to Zion." And here we are, we're talking about pretty much relying on our own strength, relying on what it is that, we can do versus what he's already done. And I would love to hear how you think of and what you think about this scripture as it pertains to this particular song, and just, how God gave it to you.
Yeah. I mean, he is definitely married to the backslider, right? But yet and still, his love for me was an unconditional, everlasting love that had a grip on me. You know what I'm saying? And then when you listen to Jonah, the chorus is a prayer. Wake me from my slumber. Feed me when I hunger. Lift me when I'm under. Keep me from the hunter. You know what I'm saying? These are prayers. Chase me, I'm a runner. I know I can't outrun you. Now make me what you wanna. That is a prayer of submission and crucifying of my flesh, my will, my desires, and all that. Like, God, here.
That's fire. So listen, if you haven't heard Jonah, you could check it out on all streaming platforms. Next week, the songs that move people don't come from comfort. They come from the lived experience. I talk with singer-songwriter Jody Torres on episode 3, Writing from the Wound. Want to go even deeper with Behind the Song? Hit that subscribe button and check us out on High Note for the full annotated version. See you next Tuesday.